As always, can we ask you to start by commenting on today's match?
Yeah, I thought it was a tough match. I thought he played really, really well from the baseline. I thought I was having a very hard time hanging with him from the back. So luckily for me, I served incredibly well today. It was one of the best serving matches I've had all year, and because I served so well, I was able to get a lot of free points, avoid having to play those baseline rallies, and then apply some scoreboard pressure. And I was able to, capitalize and find breaks on some games where I had some good shots and he made some mistakes. And, I think that I needed that.
Fritz openly admitted it was a tough match because his opponent controlled the rallies from the baseline. What saved him, he explained, was his serve, by saying it was one of the best serving matches of the whole year. He underlined how decisive that aspect was. His analysis shows honesty. He wasn't the better player in rallies, but his serve gave him enough free points to survive. It's a reminder of how fragile his game can look when he doesn't dominate from the back, but also how lethal he becomes when the serve is firing.
Today it's quite hot and humid, so how does it affect your play, and how did you deal with that condition?
I mean, it's not easy. I think some of the other days were more hot and humid. Today was humid, but not as hot as it's been. So I've been getting used to it. But yeah, it's definitely tough. It definitely feels like the humidity kind of just sucks the energy out of you sometimes. But I felt like I dealt with it well, and again, I was serving really well, so I was getting a lot of free points, so I don't have to work so hard.
Here, Fritz showed awareness of the physical demands of the conditions. He said the humidity sucks the energy out of you, but emphasized he managed it well thanks to his serve. The subtext is important. He framed the weather as something that could have hurt him, yet insisted his focus on serving neutralized the disadvantage. This reinforced his image of resilience, projecting him as a player able to adapt even under maximum physical strain.
Taylor, you came here on a short turnaround. Is it fair to say today's the best you felt all week?
I played a pretty good match. I definitely served my best today, but to be honest, I felt pretty good, I guess, the entire time. I don't think I felt like incredible. I think the whole time I've been here, I felt a little bit, like I've been playing a lot of tennis and like it's been a short turnaround. But no, I think I still feel similar to before, which is pretty good overall.
When asked if this was his best day physically since arriving, Fritz gave a balanced answer. He didn't feel incredible, but assured he had felt pretty good the whole time. This reflects caution with expectations. He doesn't exaggerate his condition, but highlights stability. It reveals his mindset, not focusing on perfection, but on maintaining consistency, which is key in tournaments with such packed schedules.
Congrats. Now the Alcaraz is playing in men's tennis. Sinner and Alcaraz seem to be the two dominant forces in the ranking. You're still 27, you have bright career ahead. Do you put any concrete target to be like top 3 at the end of the season, or the cricket Grand Slam or any?
I mean, not necessarily. I'm just trying to play the best tennis I can play. I think, looking at the rankings and everything, potentially if I finish the year strong, I think it's possible that I could finish 3, which would be a good, I guess, thing to aim for, because I haven't, that'd be a new career high ranking for me. But it's not, I guess, the most important thing. The most important thing is just, playing my best tennis and trying to get better, trying to improve, and trying to get myself, I guess, become the level of player that can win a slam.
This was a revealing moment. Instead of setting explicit goals like, I want to be world number 3, Fritz emphasized improvement and playing his best tennis. While admitting that finishing the year with a career-high ranking would be positive, he downplayed the importance of rankings as the ultimate measure. His response shows a grounded mentality. Rather than directly comparing himself with Alcaraz or Sinner, he frames success as his own progress. It's also strategic, avoiding big promises that could backfire.
how many hours do you spend analyzing your opponent? For example, it's 7:30 now, and are you going to watch the match tonight?
Zero.
Or zero.
Zero.
Like maybe before tomorrow evening's final.
Maybe 10 minutes of watching I've played them, I've seen them play. There's nothing new that I'm seeing, I guess.
Fritz broke down the tactical differences clearly. Against Ruud, he feels he has more freedom to choose when to be aggressive. Against Alcaraz, he knows he must strike immediately because Carlos can seize control if he hesitates. This shows tactical maturity and respect for Alcaraz's explosiveness. His insistence that he doesn't need to watch much video because he remembers almost every point from past matches reflects confidence, and perhaps a hint of arrogance. He relies on his memory and experience rather than extra analysis, which projects self-belief but also a touch of stubbornness.
Hi, so you just said that you know the both potential opponents quite well. Can you talk about the two potential opponents for tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I think for me, the game plan regardless is to be aggressive in the matchups. I think if it's Casper, I think I get a little bit more freedom to pick and choose when I want to be aggressive, a bit more time. If it's Carlos, I think I need to be a little bit more forcing because I think he'll beat me to the punch of being aggressive if I try to take my time too long with it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't really watch too much because I've played these people before. I have a very good memory as well. When I play a match, I can remember almost every single point exactly what happened of the match, so there's not much, I'll be replaying it in my head a lot and maybe I'll refresh and watch a little bit, but I don't typically watch too much.
In his final clarification, Fritz expanded on the idea that he doesn't need much external analysis because he trusts his memory. He said he can recall almost every point from previous encounters and uses that to prepare strategies. This adds an interesting layer. It shows self-confidence and trust in his on-court learning rather than dependence on staff or footage. But it also reveals a risk. Relying solely on memory could leave him exposed if opponents bring new variations. Narratively, it portrays Fritz as a player who trusts his instincts and experience over heavy analysis, setting him apart in a tour that increasingly relies on data.